What's going on, Cash Sports family? How y'all doing today? Welcome to Cash Sports once again, and I'm Cash. How y'all doing, right? So I know y'all seen that title. We're gonna be talking some NBA today, right? The NBA season just kicked off, and I'm once again excited about it. Y'all hear my enthusiasm. I am here. I'm ready. I'm here to talk about some more basketball, as we recently just conducted the NBA draft from our own league, and that's right. We in there, we winning, baby. We doing our thing. So I am gonna have some people come on here to debate some basketball. I got the usual crew, but before that, I do want to tap into some things and let people know. Please like and subscribe to Cash Sports Podcast. I would graciously appreciate it for anything that I receive as it pertains to proceeds, profits, donation. Will definitely be coming back into the channel because I am looking to further grow the podcast, right? So for any other things, please, hit that, go in the comment section, ask your questions, question away, ask away, do whatever you can, because remember, this is a debate platform. I'm here to talk with you guys, right? We're here to debate. I'm not here to just sit here and talk all just one-sided. I want to have a complete conversation with whoever's on here. We can talk some real basketball. So I'm going to bring in my guy. You already know, Rose Gold, right, into the session. We're gonna be talking some basketball, right? Yo. You on, you live. Get out the shower, bro.
Huh?
I said get out the shower.
I had to get some water because I know we're about to talk a lot. So what's going on, chat?
I know.
Good boys, man. I'm here, man.
Nah. Right.
So let's get it.
You getting it? You getting in there?
Getting in there, man.
Okay.
Hey, Cat Sports, man. We stay healthy, man. We stay fit.
Hey, Anna Rose, just shout this out, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. For giving the love.
Yeah,
Cash Sports. All right, so back into it, right? So today, you already know, man, NBA season just kicked off. The 2022 season kicked off, right? Between the 76ers and the Boston Celtics, and then the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers. So before we get into anything else, let's start there. Let's start with that first day. I know we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but there were some pretty controversial games, I may say, as we were watching them. Nothing too crazy to look at for some teams, but other teams, Lakers, right? There's a lot to analyze there about what's going on. So, Rick, I want you to take the stage on this one. What did you think about the Lakers watching that game?
Oh man, opening night was it was great for the Warriors. Like for us, not so good. First of all, me and you touched base about this earlier a little bit on the phone. Like it was just a bad start, like to a season. Basically, like we're picking up right where we left off. Right team, like from last week. Lakers tried to get younger. They got younger, but they didn't answer like one of the biggest three issues they had, which was shooting and defense. So we look awful. Like I told you earlier, like first half we were in the game. We looked decent at first, but then I felt like LeBron kind of like took the energy away from the team with a couple bad shots. And like trying to get Russ going, it just caused us to like just play half-assed. So I don't know, man. Like I'm very disappointed. I don't like what I see from the coaching. I don't like what I see from the players. I don't like the shots that are being taken. Like it's just a lot of things that are wrong with the team right now. For real. Like I'm in panic mode already. Game one, and I'm in panic mode. Automatic.
Yeah, for a fact. No, I agree from the aspect that there should definitely be some concern with the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, like, given the fact I know we spoke about it earlier, like I like what I see personally from Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. At least in that first game. I mean, we have there's 81 games left in the season, so it's gonna be a long season for the Lakers. But despite Anthony Davis was out, he's healthy right now. So we gotta give him credit until he falls. You know what I'm saying? Until his sword falls. Let's cheer him on. Because he said he wants to play
all 82 games.
Yeah, he said he wants to play all 82 games this year. So I want to cut Buddy some slack at least there, and give him that encouragement and be like, okay, you know what? He's come at least he's trying to come in with that mindset. With LeBron James, clearly, yes, statistically, he had a good game. Could he have done better? Could he control the pace better at certain points of the game? Absolutely. I mean, if you look at his plus minus, I believe he was like minus 17. So whenever he was on the floor, despite the numbers that he was able to put up, didn't complement the players that were on the floor. Now, when it comes to the shooting, gee whiz, man, yo, they can't shoot worth of shit out there, bro. Like, I'm not gonna, yo, bro, they need somebody out there to shoot some threes. Like, you can't be having Patrick Beverly taking 5 shots, LeBron James taking multiple threes. I mean, don't get me wrong, we know LeBron can drop them, he can make them, but he's not somebody who should be taking 6, 7, 8 threes in the game. At best, I want LeBron to be. It was 10, right? I want LeBron to be taking it to the hole. You get what I'm saying? Because his shot is closing. He's 50% from the field when he's closer to the basket. You know what I'm saying? So LeBron is damn near automatic when it comes to it's a coin toss when he goes to the rim. You get what I'm saying? So and now in terms of Russell Westbrook, I mean, we've stated in the past that this situation is just controversial in all aspects, right? They don't know if they're going to start him. They don't know how he's going to work with the lineup. I mean, you can still see, when LeBron's on the floor and then Russell Westbrook's on the floor, Russell Westbrook can't go off because he needs the ball in his hands, and the same almost goes
because he didn't have a bad game.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, he didn't have a bad game. Russ didn't have a bad game. But you could just tell in order for him to get going, it takes away from the system that they're trying to run. So it just doesn't work. Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But LeBron's age starting to show.
It is. No, it is. Like, LeBron needs help. Like, LeBron needs help. It's clear. Like, he's not going to be able to play 82 games like this. If this is the team and he's going to have to score 30 points and we're still going to be down 20 points, we clearly need help.
Yeah.
Because like I said, outside of the big three, Kendrick Nunn scored 13 points, and nobody else after that scored double digits. And when you look around the league, you see 5, 6, 7 players scoring the double digits.
Yeah.
So we don't have any scorers. We don't have any shooters. We don't have any scorers, and we don't have any defenders. How can we win? How can we win a game? We gotta line up all point guards. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's crazy.
And you know, my thing about it is with the Lakers is the fact that I given the fact that the era of the basketball that we're playing in, I feel like they're just going about it completely wrong. Like, with their approach on how they should play the game. I mean, they're a big lineup. I mean, despite that, they don't have no true big. They don't have no true 5. But I mean, you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis right there in itself. You can kill with the pick and roll. We've seen it. The pick and roll between LeBron James and Anthony Davis has been a successful formula from what we've seen. But given the time that LeBron clearly aged, Anthony Davis is certainly not the everyday consistent player that you would like to see every single time. But that shouldn't change the fundamental core of how this team should be coached or how they should be playing. I mean, the way I look at them, or at least the idea of the Lakers going into this year, was the fact that they were going to be a fast, a quick team, clearly a fast-paced team, a very quick team with Russell Westbrook. He was going to be able to, get fast breaks going, score on the other side of the floor. I mean, you kind of get what I'm saying, where I'm going at with this, right?
Yeah.
And then and then we also predicted the Lakers to be a physical team and a defensive team. Last year, that was not the case at all, even with Frank Vogel as a coach. And despite being a top defensive team in the previous couple years, when they were or they were in title contention. So now, you have players like Anthony Davis, his shot's not falling. LeBron James is not a player who's going to have, his shot falling necessarily all the time. He's not a 40% three-point shooter, nonetheless a 38, 37% three-point shooter. And then you have Russell Westbrook shooting the corners. So that in itself just isn't a recipe for success. You know what I mean? And we brought up Kendrick Nunn, who scored 13 points and which is really good off the bench. I was on the idea that Kendrick Nunn should stay, given at least a year to see, how he can mesh with that system. But as far as the other players are concerned, when you got, I'm sorry, just bring up some names. When you have like Patrick Beverly, Lonnie Walker, Matt Ryan, Toscano Anderson, like he played 14 minutes and he had 0 points. You get what I'm saying? So my thing about it is, biggest thing that I'm gonna take away from it is clearly Anthony Davis. Right, I think Anthony Davis is the big X factor in this, and the only way this team will only go as far as Anthony Davis takes them. And his jump shot, if we're going based off last year, his jump shot wasn't really falling like that. He was shooting 17% from three, and then seems that going into this year. I mean, just to be fair, it was just only one game, but that one game alone, he didn't shoot well from three. I mean, he was 0%.
No, yeah, but in the preseason, he was stroking it pretty well in the preseason. So you could tell that he found his stroke. Like it wasn't really like last season. He said he hurt his wrist or something. He couldn't follow through. You could tell, like this game we just had is not like he found his stroke. I could tell he could still shoot. But my whole thing is like he imposed his will defensively. I think he had like 4 steals and a block. He always imposes will on the defensive end. But remember when I discussed this in the offseason, I said we need him to average double digits in rebounds. Remember, we discussed this. Like he has to average at least 27 and like at least 10 or 11 rebounds. At least 10.
Yeah.
And I think he got like 6 rebounds against the Warriors, who are a smaller team, have no answer for AD. Why do you only have 6 rebounds? You guys went 10 for 40 from the three. You should be getting a lot of rebounds, right?
Yeah.
If you're missing all those shots. So like he's still not imposing his will. Like he's still not taking the game serious enough, in my opinion. And maybe it's rust, maybe it's a distraction, maybe the camaraderie is not there. But like this doesn't look like a team that won a championship 2 years ago, bro. 3 years ago.
But you're wrong at the part that they have no one for AD. They have Wiseman. They have Looney. They have.
They do have more people for AD now. But as far as I'm talking about a definitive stopper for AD though, like
they don't have a stopper.
Looney, like they could like anybody could like those are
bodies.
Those are bodies. Sure, like
those are bodies.
But I'm talking about like you could put those same dudes that you named. You don't think Joker's still gonna get 14 rebounds? Like Garden, like
he'll still put up his averages.
He'll still put up his averages is what I'm trying to say. Like so AD needs to get to the point where he can at least put up his averages no matter the competition. Because Giannis, Joker, Luka, they're gonna put up their numbers no matter who's in front of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there should be no reason why he has 6 rebounds, bro.
And the key factor about this is that honestly, a game like this, yes, this is between the Lakers and the Warriors, that is a very good analysis in the future to see how to show us, the audience, how far the Lakers are from a team that's actually in contention for a title. You get what I'm saying? But the reason why I stopped you, that I really wanted to point out with Anthony Davis, it's not matchups like these that we're looking at and that we should be worried about when it comes to Anthony Davis. The matchups that we gonna really pay attention to, right, are games like games when he goes against Giannis, Jokic. You know what I'm saying? Remember, we've seen that matchup before in the playoffs. Like remember, he's a low wing player. If that makes sense. Like a guy that plays the 4 and the 5. It's not a mystery that Darvin Ham is going to be putting him at the 5 position. So he's going to be he's going to have to play physical at some point. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to play these guys. Are going to have to play their game. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's on offense or defense. You know what I'm saying?
They need to not shoot. Like that's what they need to do. They, like you said earlier, like they need to focus on being a high percentage tough team in the paint, foul line, free throws. They got to just go old school because all that they cannot be a team that's shooting 43s a game.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah. They shot more threes than the Warriors and only made 10. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. It doesn't make any sense, bro.
Yeah,
like, you're not gonna They know they can't outshoot the Warriors, but still try to outshoot the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense. That's the formula of disaster, bro.
Yeah. The
Let's talk about
Warriors.
tonight.
So the Warriors. The Warriors shot 5 more threes, but made 6 more. So they were 36%.
Okay. All right.
So
and
they
it's crazy because remember, going into the game, I said, "Yo, we're gonna lose by like 20 points." Like I knew it. Like I knew we were gonna get scraped. I just knew it.
Yeah,
and exactly what happened. But maybe tonight, I feel like we're gonna win tonight.
Okay, I don't know about all that.
Right. But it's Lakers and Nuggets, right?
No, it's the Lakers and Clippers tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. Oh, and by the way,
it's gonna be good. Kawhi's coming off the bench.
Bro, Kawhi's
coming off the bench.
He has to. That's why he's on my team. He's got to go off.
What do you mean he has to? Why is he? What do you mean he has to?
Yeah, because he's on my team. He's
on his dynasty team.
Same with John.
I said he's coming off the bench. Like I'm saying, how does he have to come off the bench?
No, he's saying he has to go off, not has to come off the bench.
Oh, okay, I got you. I was confused on that one. Yeah. So Kawhi's back for the first time. So let's switch it up. Let's switch it up from the Lakers. Let's go to the Clippers real quick. I didn't plan to, but F it. Why not? Let's talk about the Clippers since they're playing today.
I can't really talk about the Lakers any longer, man. They make me sick.
Make you sick to your stomach, bro.
They make me sick,
right,
bro.
So the Clippers, right? Clippers. Kawhi Leonard he's back. He's officially back. It's been a long time, man. It's been like over 500 days since Kawhi Leonard has been playing basketball. So he's back. He's gonna be coming off the bench. Clippers are one of those teams that we're gonna be looking at to be in title contention this year. I mean, hey, they're looked at as a team.
Wait, say something. Bleacher Report just dropped ranking LeBron's top 20 plays. We might have to watch that.
His top 20 play?
Yeah.
All right, now we can squeeze that in probably near the end of the show.
Top 20 plays. I don't know.
And let educate AK real quick.
Yeah. This is perfect time.
But yeah, so Kawhi Leonard is back, right? Paul George is looking good also. So the Clippers, they're gonna be dangerous. It's no mystery. I know we've had this conversation repeatedly about what we expect to see from the Clippers. But as of right now, they're the team to be in LA. It's not the LA. It's not the Lakers. It's the Clippers, right? And I think this year Kawhi is going to make another statement. He's going to have another statement season. But hopefully, what I'm saying, if he stays healthy, he's not getting hurt. I could definitely see Kawhi Leonard having a really good season this year and potentially being an MVP candidate. What do you guys think about that?
I agree.
Yeah.
He's going to go off. But who else is going to go off is John Wall. And I know that for a fact.
I think Paul George is going to have a big game tonight, too.
Yeah, I think Paul George. And don't get me
wrong.
Like
the Clippers are going to come out smoking. Like, the Clippers are going to come out like, yo, the Lakers suck. We're about to destroy them. Like, they're going to come out like on bully timing, bro. I could just see it. But I feel like the Lakers are going to, like, look at that and be like, oh, nah. Hell no. That might be what turns us around. Who knows? Like, every team has a moment where you just, it just clicks. Maybe we get the shit beat out of us by the Clippers, and that's finally just out of the.
So what do you think? So how do you think the game plays out today? And you think the Lakers get smoked again?
Oh, they 100% will. I don't know if you check, but like AD, LeBron, and like Brown, they're all GTG. Like
game time decisions, right?
Yeah.
Well, AD is gonna be in the injury list throughout the whole season. Like we all know, he's gonna be probable every single game until the end of the season. We know that for a fact. Maybe LeBron too, because of his age. Because if you look like last year, they were always on the injury list, even when they were healthy. Like back tightness or some stupid shit. You get what I'm saying? So they're gonna be on that, but I don't know, man. We're just not healthy, man. Lakers are not healthy. We already got a lot of guys going already right now, like that we know for sure. Schroeder, Troy Brown, Trez Bryant. Like, come on, man. Like this is crazy. This is madness.
Yeah, so y'all even got the Lakers. Y'all even got the Lakers winning. Winning today.
I think the Lakers. I feel like there's a 60% chance the Lakers win tonight.
A 60% chance.
60%.
That Lakers won?
Because they can't afford to go 0-2, bro.
Yeah. 60% what?
The Lakers win. 60%. The 40% chance I have to. Because they can't afford to go 0-2.
Up to it's 20, bro.
AK, they cannot afford to go 0-2, bro. If they go 0-2, the season's fucking over, bro. If they lose to the Warriors and then the Clippers, the media is gonna destroy the Lakers, bro. You know it. You know what's to come if they lose.
Yeah,
they will get destroyed, but like
they have to win.
Before, like, what if, for example, AD is not playing or Brown is not playing?
Then it's a loss. Then we know it's gonna be a loss, and then we could like the media is still gonna kill him, but then it's gonna be like, oh, LeBron, da da da. Then it's just gonna kill us about health. So no matter what, if they lose, we're gonna get killed. Like, it doesn't matter. It looks, Lakers season's ugly, bro. I can't. Lakers season's ugly, bro. It's over. Like, I don't even know what to say about them anymore, bro.
Okay, so for the first, all right. So they already went through the Warriors. So that their next couple games are Clippers, which they play today. Trailblazers, Nuggets twice on the 26th and the 30th, and then they play the Timberwolves. And they're playing the Timberwolves also. In between that.
Beat us up in the preseason.
So that Clippers game, honestly, I'm gonna have to side with you on this one, Rick. Just because it's basketball, you feel me? Like I could see the Lakers coming out, probably trying to like for these first couple games, like these next series of games. I think as of right now, I don't think LeBron. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's only one game. They played one fucking game. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't no reason anybody should be hurt.
No, but they played one game, but that game counted towards their record. So they're 0-1.
No, of course.
So it's one game, but that game was a fucking loss, bro. Coming off the season that we had last season, that's not a good way to start, bro. Like,
what I'm saying is, I believe everybody's gonna be playing today. You know what I'm saying? Like all that day to day, all that stuff. Like I'm saying, everybody. Besides the players who already haven't played,
exactly.
They're gonna play.
But the Clippers are fully healthy though. Outside of Kawhi Leonard, who's coming off the bench, like managing his minutes and stuff.
I get it.
Everybody else is healthy, bro.
I feel you. So reason being, right? I feel like because of the fact that these games are their toughest games as of right now, they're gonna play these 7 games out, like with a full roster with Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, LeBron. They're gonna play those games out, see how that goes. That obviously is gonna be the best assessment because you're already playing the Clippers and the Warriors, which are arguably the two best or the two contending teams right now for the West, or viewed as the favorites of the West. And then you got the Nuggets twice, who are who is a tough
another
team.
One, another top team.
Yeah, a top team in the West, right? So we're gonna have a real good assessment. That first game. I think with the Warriors, I think that's a really tough one to really analyze because the Warriors and the Lakers, it's really night and day, especially when you're looking at it from play type, right? Like Warriors are very heavy on the perimeter. They can shoot the lights out. Lakers can't shoot worth a shit. You know what I'm saying? But they have some really good interior players. So I think when we're going to see a better matchup for the Lakers is when we start to see teams like maybe the Clippers. Even with the Trailblazers, because I can see them winning against the Trailblazers, and I can see them getting at least one of those wins from the Nuggets, possibly from the Timberwolves, right? So we're gonna have to see, But one thing I can say,
Nuggets need to get together because it was disappointing to see how Murray and MPJ played. Like they underperformed. It was all Jokic and Aaron Gordon had to carry the whole team on their back. Like Jazz has 0 superstars and they got blown out by 20 points. Jazz were able to spread out all the points between all the teammates, while Nuggets had to rely only on Aaron Gordon and Jokic.
And I'll give Jamal Murray a pass because this is his first game back, jitters. So I'll give him a pass. Like he has to still And then even
it's gonna take him time.
It's gonna take both of them time to get just to get the feel of the actual games. The Nuggets, like you said, the Warriors, the Clippers, and the Nuggets, they're hands down, and in my opinion, though, the Grizzlies too. I feel like the Grizzlies are tough. Those 4 teams are really guaranteed top 4 seeds, no question. Everybody else is kind of a toss up, but I know for sure that's gonna at least be the top 4 because they look good. They look good. The Nuggets, I feel like Jamal Murray's gonna pick up, and he's in my fantasy team, so I need him to pick up, or else.
Yeah. I can see Jamal Murray probably picking up his game a little bit more towards maybe December, January. I think when I feel
like he's gonna have a bigger game before that.
You think so?
Yeah, because it players like that, it shouldn't take them long because he's the point guard. He has the ball in his hands a lot, so it shouldn't really take him long to get maybe the shot might take a little bit, but as far as facilitating and getting to the rhythm, and then plus you got a guy like Jokic, you don't really need to do much. Jamal Murray can average 19 and 6 assists, but at a good percentage, and that would be perfect. As long as he's on the floor, you know what I mean? That's good enough. Yeah. It's Michael Porter that's more important. I feel like he needs to average he needs to extend a little more.
Yeah, he's for real. That's important. And I can't emphasize that anymore to AK, man. I'm telling you, bro. If there's a reason why this team loses, it's gonna be because of MPJ. And I mean this
because of him, though. That's my. I feel like he's the reason why they're just not at that level. Jamal Murray helped, obviously, but because that was a big injury. They lost for a whole season. But MP, he's just, I don't know. MPJ, I just feel like he has to take that. He's like an RJ Barrett to me. They got so much potential, but then it's it's just gonna go to waste. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's like Ben Simmons. I just feel like mentally he's just not there. I don't know. I don't think he tries hard enough.
Yeah, I'm. What's up, AK?
I'm saying if the Nuggets are able to somehow do a trade with the Wizards and get MPJ to them and take Bradley Beal instead, somehow.
The Wizards can't do that. The Wizards wouldn't do
that. They're not going to do that, bro.
And then now it's going to be super hard to get a Bradley Beal because his contract is basically untradeable.
That's true.
I mean, he has to play a clause. So he can request it. He
can, but no. What I'm saying is the amount of shit that you got to give the team to get Bradley Beal now
that would break up. Yeah, that would break up your team.
You got to get more than MPJ because him, Dame Lillard, those contracts are massive now. With years in it too. So it's nah, they're gonna want way too much. They're not even worth it.
You would probably have to give up Jamal Murray for Bradley.
Yeah, no, that's exactly, man. You don't want to do that. I feel like the only player that I would try to get if I was the Nuggets would be Luka Doncic, and I don't even feel like he would leave Dallas.
Yeah.
I feel like Luka and Joker playing together would be a fucking cheat code.
Yeah, he would.
That team would look nasty, bro.
He would.
The 2 European guys destroying.
Dominating the league. That shit would be fucked up for basketball. They would be like, "Oh, nah, hell no."
But did you all watch the Suns Mavs game yesterday?
Oh man,
bro,
that game was crazy. I thought the Suns,
bro. I was watching it with you.
You did.
But I thought
bro, I was still watching it though.
I thought the Suns were gonna get their ass whooped. They really came back and won. Shit's crazy.
Nah, man. See, y'all didn't believe. Y'all don't believe in my guy D Book, man. Y'all be sleeping on him, bro.
I don't. But you could tell that team does not like each other, bro. You could tell the chemistry is just not there, bro.
Yeah, you could definitely see.
I think it's more than just hating, though. I don't think Chris Paul gets along with Devin Booker. They don't really communicate like that. You don't see a lot of I don't know. That team it doesn't look like the same team that won 60 games.
Because they're on the same page, bro. D Book and Chris Paul, they see eye to eye. It's Aiden doing goofy shit over there.
He don't want to be there, bro. He don't want to be there no more.
I don't want to hear shit. He signed a deal. He could have went to the Pacers.
No, he signed a deal with the Pacers.
No. Remember, the Pacers offered him a deal, and then
he signed it. No. He was
counter offer.
No.
They had a chance to.
No, he was He's a restricted free agent. So when you're a restricted free agent, you signed a qualifying offer with the next team, right? And it's up to the Suns to match that offer or let him go. The Suns decided to match the offer, so he had no choice but to go back to the Suns. It wasn't like a decision. So
he didn't have a choice.
He didn't have a choice. He didn't have no choice. They took it. Remember, they with the restricted free agent, that means the Suns own that contract now. Once he signed it. The problem with him was that they didn't want to pay him the money. So he basically went to another team to get the money that he wanted, and the Suns basically took it because they was going to lose him for nothing if they didn't accept it. You get what I'm trying to say? Because then he would have been unrestricted if they didn't sign it.
Yeah.
That's how this CBA works. You know, it changes you got to really pay attention because it really changes like all the time. Yeah. He was restricted.
I didn't know that he didn't have a choice. That part,
he didn't have a choice.
I know that the Pacers offered him a contract, and then the Suns had an opportunity to match it.
And they did.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like the Suns got a good deal. If I'm being honest with you, I think
they did because they didn't. He was qualified for the Supermax.
Yeah.
So basically, they when you sign with another team, it's automatically like a pay cut. So they definitely got him for a good deal, and it was better than trading him for nothing. But now he's just gonna I don't know, he can't kill his value. He got years in the deal, so they can't really trade him. So I don't know. What do you think they do? You think they just try to figure it out, or you just trade him?
I say figure it out. I mean, you already got him on the deal. It was the first game. I mean, they came back from a 22-point deficit on it was one, but still it was a statement game. I felt like it was definitely a moral victory and a victory at that. It wasn't, they didn't lose.
No, yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
So that the team. They fought back as a team. For sure.
Exactly. And then so that in itself was a very big win. It was a win that they needed. It was a win that they certainly needed. I mean, Devin Booker.
And like you said, it was just one game, but you see how a big difference one game can make.
Yeah.
But
1-0.
But you can't deny the fact on why people can say that Luka is the best point guard in the league. Bro had 35 points, like 9 boards and 6 assists.
I don't think there is a better point guard than Luka, though.
There isn't.
Nah, there's no. Yeah, you can't deny that Luka is the best point guard in the league. Like he's the best point guard in the league right now.
Yeah.
Outside of
I'm still saying Steph.
Yeah, see, there you go. Outside of Steph Curry, but I feel like under a certain age, like under anybody under Steph Curry's age, Luka because obviously Steph Curry got 4 rings, bro. Finals MVP, got 3 MVPs. Like
he's been doing it for longer. He's still winning.
He's still winning. So
still in the prime of his career.
He is a point guard by position, so you can't deny that. So but like Luka's a real actual by skill. I feel like Luka got better point guard skills. Like he's the best skilled point guard. Like as far as I feel like he's better than Chris Paul.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he's better than
as a playmaker.
As a playmaker, yeah, hell yeah.
Nah, bro, that's a negative.
Oh, come on, man.
That's a negative. No, I disagree with that. I don't think. Look, if you
Luka is a crazy play. They call him Luka Magic, bro. They don't call him CP.
Bro, I understand. No, I understand that. I understand that. Look, I understand that. You said point guard, right? I didn't disagree with that.
Yeah,
you said playmaker, right? Remember, if you bring up nicknames, I mean, yes. If you talk about nicknames, I mean, what? Chris Paul is point guard. He's not point guard for no reason.
I mean, true.
You've been doing it for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about, like it's
so you don't think Luka is a better facilitator than Chris Paul?
No, I don't even. I wouldn't.
How about you, AJ?
I do think so.
Now, of course he thinks so.
No, but I think so too, though. I think he's a better facilitator, like a better passer than Chris Paul. I think so too.
Nah, bro, I don't. Because first off, let's go with this. Chris Paul is a top 5 assist leader of all time, right? So he made a career. You got to look at, because remember,
that's what I'm saying. Like
you're talking about playmaking.
Chris Paul has a history of being a point guard.
Playmaking.
Like we only seen a few. I'm only going about playmaking right now. I'm talking about right now, like not Chris Paul's career versus Luka's career. That's not fair.
So you're saying Luka is a better. So you're saying at this moment Luka is a better player.
At this point, Luka is a better facilitator than Chris Paul.
Okay.
Is that what you? It's unfair to compare the careers, bro. Like right now, like you can't. Okay. Like Luka is only 20 something. Chris Paul is like 40 years old.
Yeah. Is that what you were saying?
No. Because
AK was probably talking about all time. Like,
yeah, he's talking about all time.
No, but Chris Paul is desperate. He is desperate because playmaking is all that he got. He can't shoot. He can't do none. He can only do playmaking.
Nah, bro, come on now. Hey, Chris Paul can shoot.
He could defend.
Chris
Paul is a better defender than Luka for sure.
Bro, no, that's what I'm saying, bro. That was one game, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like Chris Paul can shoot, bro. Just because he wasn't knocking out his shot.
He was 1 for 6.
Bro, that's one game. 81 games left. All right, so what if he averaged 16 points, 15 points for the rest of the year? You're gonna still say he can't shoot? So because of now when he's older, he can't. All of a sudden, he just can't shoot. He can't shoot
because he's technically considered a superstar. Superstar averaging 15 points is.
Chris Paul was not considered a superstar. Whoever told you Chris Paul is a superstar?
Okay, all-star there.
Yeah, Chris Paul was never a superstar.
I mean,
never a superstar.
All-star.
Even then. But
he could have been a superstar, but Chris Paul blew it.
Yeah. But it was really that trade, that Laker trade that.
Yeah, that would have made him a superstar though. If he went to the Lakers, he would have been a superstar.
Yeah. But yeah, at this point, we're not looking at Chris Paul to be no superstar. We're looking for him to complement the players that's already there. You get what I'm saying? Like, remember, Chris Paul is there to help facilitate the younger players, the younger core. He was there to lead those guys, right? That was the reason why the Suns had acquired him in the first place. It was because, you had young players who needed guidance, who needed playoff experience, who needed that veteran leadership for Devin Booker, for DeAndre Ayton. Because remember, during the bubble, they went undefeated during the play-in tournament. And then when Chris Paul got there, there was a dramatic shift in the air when it came to the Phoenix Suns organization, and they automatically started winning. That's not a coincidence, bro. Anywhere Chris Paul goes, he has an influence on the team and helps them win, regardless of stats.
I mean, not the Clippers.
What you mean? Yes, he did. The Clippers were a good team when he was there.
I mean, yeah, they were a good team, but they didn't really do shit. Like, they didn't really.
But all right. I mean, if we talk about playoffs, yeah, that's big. That's Chris Paul's biggest woe. That's his biggest woe. You know what I'm saying? That we can criticize him now for that on the Suns. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking from the aspect of how he affects the team when he's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, how good do they do when he's on that team? You know what I'm saying? And you can see the leadership presence on that team. As of right now, yes, it can be a little shaky. You got to look at it and still be like, he's getting older in his career, so he can't affect the game physically in the same way as he did a couple years ago. But despite all that, I mean, still, any team that he's went to has had some level of success, and they've been a consistent playoff team on the teams that he's been since the Hornets, since the Clippers, the Rockets, and even now the Suns. Any team that Chris Paul has been on has yet to not make the playoffs.
True.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I take that over having a Russell Westbrook. Not to throw any shade towards Russell Westbrook to say, Chris Paul is better than Russell Westbrook, but I'm picking Chris Paul simply based off what Chris Paul offers to the personnel of my team. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure, AK, I know for a fact you would say you would take Russell Westbrook over Chris Paul, but with this Laker roster right now, I would take Chris Paul over Russell Westbrook.
Hands down. Right now, me, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll take anybody over Russell Westbrook right now at this point. Bro, like, I'll take anybody, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I wish we did that Kyrie trade when we had the chance.
Yeah, they should have did that. They should have did it. The moment he bought that house in LA, I would have pulled that.
I would have pulled the trigger, bro.
But I told you they should have done it.
Yeah.
Remember, I think no. Remember, there was one trade where they were gonna offer, I think they were gonna offer Joe Harris, Seth Curry, and give up, but they had to give Russell Westbrook in a first round pick, I believe.
And then look at the way the team was constructed. You're telling me a Joe Harris, Seth Curry, and Kyrie wouldn't help this team right now? Fucking ridiculous, bro.
You feel me? Now that we looking back on this trade, we're thinking, yo, what the F, dude? they could have definitely fixed that up. That could have quickly been fixed with that whole shooting problem if they had pulled that trade. But hey, they wanted to hold on to those trades. Hey, I did say pull the trigger on that trade. That was the best trade.
Whose fault was that?
Rob Pelinka.
Oh, Rob Pelinka, hands down.
Who you gonna say?
But I think Jeannie Buss too, though.
Yeah.
Remember,
And
say so.
LeBron's.
Hell no.
Hell no, bro.
LeBron was intermediate to do the trade.
Bro,
He literally makes the trades pretty much.
No, he doesn't,
Yeah, bro. LeBron didn't say nothing to Westbrook during like that little summer league shit they did, but he was with Kyrie. Like 2 days out of that time, Kyrie was in LA. So it's like LeBron wanted Kyrie. Like he showed us that he wanted Kyrie. He wanted Kyrie, bro. You know.
So you think LeBron went to the front office of the Lakers? He was like,
LeBron wanted Kyrie. Yes,
He did. He literally, I know for a fact. He literally comes into Buss's office and be like, "Yeah." He basically tells her who to draft. It's not even her drafting. It's like
she listens to everybody though. She the owner, the Lakers owner, does not have a mind of their own.
Yeah.
Wait, what about Dame? People keep saying that Dame's gonna come to Lakers even now.
Nah, yeah, the Dame shut that down.
Nah, that was shut down after he signed his deal, bro.
Yeah.
That was shut down after he signed his deal. And even then, he would have to want to be traded from the team. Then he's not gonna he's gonna have to act at this point, he's gonna have to ask for that trade. For that to even occur. You know what I'm saying? And so let's go back to that Suns and Mavericks game though, because I do want to talk about just that. I do want to talk about Luka just a little bit here. So watching Luka yesterday, I mean, we brought it up. Luka had, Luka had 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. And then he was 10 for 23, 13 for 13 from the free throw, and then he was 20% from the three. So he didn't shoot particularly well from the three. But I mean, Luka Doncic was still getting his magic off. He was still getting, his shots, getting the mismatches that he wanted. And honestly, he was making some crazy ass shots up until the second half. Up until the second half of the game. That's when the Suns started to pull back and they started to get, they started to get their groove together. And then that's when that's when they started to come in and have their comeback. So where I'm going with this is with Luka, right? Luka is somebody, who's looked at as somebody who's going to be the favorite to win MVP this year. I believe if my numbers are not wrong, hopefully they're not. Luka has, let me see. Luka has a plus 400 chance of winning MVP this year, right? And then so with the things that factor in to Luka winning MVP, and I was reading an article into it. Luka, when it comes from the skill perspective, we already know Luka is going to be there hands down. He already plays like an MVP player. He's already at the level of an MVP player when it comes to his level of skill and what he brings to the game. The thing what's going to probably hold Luka back from winning an MVP is how many wins the Dallas Mavericks have when the season's all said and done. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you can have a historic season and then you can slip in some, you can get some MVP votes here and there. Reason being, you can see, I can make an instance for Russell Westbrook when he had a triple-double for the first time throughout the season. He wasn't the highest seeding, but they gave it to him because of his historic season. And you can say the same situation also applied to Jokic, who had his own historic season right? And then he was given the MVP. I think this year the MVP voting is going to shift back into the norm when it goes to the most valuable player on possibly the top 3, top 4 seeds. So I think this year, for Luka Doncic to win MVP, it's going to be heavily reliant on how many games the Dallas Mavericks win this year.
Or he could have a super crazy year. Like you said, it has to be super historic, and then he's just gonna win it off of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can have a crazy year and still be
crazy.
Like, yeah, I think he can win.
And then when you mean by crazy year,
like if he averages like 45 fucking points or some shit, like 45.
45.
No, I'm just saying though, like 40 averages like 38 points. Crazy. I'm just talking about like something.
Yeah,
outlandish and like, you know what I mean, you just have to give it to him. Like just like everybody else.
Yeah, like 37, 35.
Yeah, like 37, 35, but he has like a stint where he averages like 50 games in like a span, like he averages like 50 points in like a 10-game span or something like that. You know how some like Kobe did that one time where he averaged like 50 for like a month or some shit like that. Like he was going crazy. You know what I mean? He scored 81 that year. Like he went like just one of those years, like he went crazy. Like every player has it, and I feel like Luka's gonna have one of those years this year where he's just gonna just go bonkers. Like he's just gonna be able to do whatever he wants in any game.
Got you.
But you gotta win though. You can't lose. It can't be like last night.
You gotta win. You gotta win. It can't
be like last night where you just blow a lead like that. That's gonna hurt the case a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah, man. I don't know if Luka's averaging no 38 though. I'll keep it above with you, man. Yeah, I seen Harden average 36, and that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
you gotta play nice every game. You can't have no bad games.
Harden was doing it though. Like Luka has that talent to do that though. Harden was doing it. I think Luka could do it.
No, he's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. I don't know how soon it's coming though, but it's definitely coming though. No denying.
That Harden year was fucking amazing though. Because it was like the same time as Westbrook. They were both kind of like going crazy that year. Like, putting up crazy numbers. And now it's like a regular thing now. You see Joker doing it. You see Giannis doing this. You see Luka doing it. It's like, it's kind of normal now.
But,
okay.
Well, I agree, but I want to quickly ask the previous topic. I want to ask Josh about the previous topic, about whether, who is the better playmaker, CP3 or Luka?
Right now they're both in that tier, of the elite. Both looking at top 3 playmakers in the league. I'm gonna give a slight nod to CP3, but Luka's definitely in the top 3.
But remember, we explicitly said now opposed to career. That was the discrepancy between me and Rick, because I didn't disagree with him when he said now. Like, when it comes to now, yes, Luka is at the peak. Probably he's at the start of his. That's probably he's probably at the start of his prime right now at this moment.
Yeah, his prime started his prime.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So we could see some things definitely come from Luka at this moment, right? And he is top tier when it comes to playmaking, but you just got to give credit where credit is due, especially for somebody like Chris Paul who's been doing it just for so long. You know what I mean? Let me take a little break from the topics real quick. So for those that tune in to CashSports, please like and subscribe to the podcast. I would graciously appreciate it. Hit that notification button so whenever we hit live stream, you guys can keep up to date on when we go on, and also you can join the platform Debate NBA with us. Also, I know you guys see that Cash App at the bottom rolling from your right to your left. If you guys would so humbly donate, any proceeds that I receive from the platform will go back into the podcast as I seek to further grow more and more. And if you guys want any score updates, let me give you that right now. So the Bucks are playing the 76ers right now on TNT. The Bucks are up 84 to 82 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Right? And then also the Clippers and the Lakers are playing at 7 on TNT also, so tune into that game. Also, let's not forget football is rolling around right now. It is Thursday night. Arizona Cardinals are up on the New Orleans Saints 18-14 in the second half. In the second quarter with 1:30 left. So you guys tune in. If you guys are watching the games and you're streaming or you're watching the stream, please let me know what's going on in the comment section. Right. So back to the NBA conversation. Right. So pull this up real quick. So yesterday, I want to talk about this game, with the Grizzlies and Knicks, right? That was a really good game. I didn't expect that game to be as exciting as it was. The Knicks, they signed Jalen Brunson first. This was his first game for the New York Knicks. And honestly, even though the Knicks lost that game, because the NBA just seems to just glorify and live off the notion of the Knicks just losing games. But this game was really exciting. You seen Ja Morant, basically the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson was out, but they were still that same Memphis Grizzlies team that we had seen in the playoffs. And Ja Morant was looking phenomenal yesterday. I mean, already just with one game, he's already putting himself in the limelight to be in the MVP conversation. Now we know it's way too early to even predict something like that. But Ja Morant, being as it may, with that game going to overtime, he played phenomenally well, putting up 34 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. And then also you had a couple other players like you had Desmond Bain put up 16 points. You had Aldama put up 18 points. It also had 11 rebounds. So it was a good all-around game. It was a pretty good team game for the Memphis Grizzlies. And then at least for Jalen Brunson's first game, he had 15 points in 36 minutes with 6 rebounds, 9 assists. He was 7 for 18 and 25% from 3. RJ Barrett didn't have a particularly great game. Julius Randle played an average game, I may say, for his within his standards. Played 34 minutes, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 9 for 16 and 40% from 3. And then even Cam Reddish, right? A guy who the New York Knicks weren't even looking to pick up this year, weren't even looking to re-sign. In 28 minutes, put up 22 points and 5 rebounds off of 9 of 15 shooting and 50% from 3, making 3-pointers out of 6. So the New York Knicks, it's hard to say with this team. It's even hard to even talk about this team real talk when it comes to basketball expectations because there is none. The New York Knicks had an opportunity to get Donovan Mitchell, who we will be talking about a little bit later. But as of right now, I just don't see. It's just going to be another downfall season for the Knicks. I see them being better than what they were last year. I think Jalen Brunson would definitely be a pivotal player, a very good player for the Knicks. But I just don't see him as being the difference maker. Let alone, I don't really even see the Knicks making the playoffs this year. I think their chances 2 years ago, when that opportunity came, when they lost against the Atlanta Hawks, I think that moment has seized. And then right now, it's basically reached the point where the Knicks are not going to they're not going to move forward from this purgatory that they're in up until the point they get that key all-star player or that key superstar on their team. They had that chance. They had their chance with Donovan Mitchell. It just seemed to have fallen through, and now we're just seeing, how this team is going to look.
Brunson at the wrong time.
Yeah,
they pulled that too quick.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah, they pulled that one way too. I felt like they were way too ambitious for Jalen Brunson early on.
Yeah, before the season even ended. Remember, they were
exactly
getting tampering and all that stuff because of his relations with the Knicks and stuff. So they pulled that trigger way too early, and they're reaping the consequences for that. Because I guarantee you, if they knew Donovan Mitchell was available, they would have never even signed Jalen Brunson to begin with, like at all. Yeah, it's never even been a Knick.
Yeah,
so I don't know. And that team looks way different with Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Knicks or the Cavs?
No, I'm saying the Knicks would look different with Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle. Like that's a whole different team.
Yeah.
Randle does prove that he's a leader of the team. Like he had a decent game.
Yeah, and then like Donovan Mitchell was like a good compliment to I feel like to his game. Like they would be hard to stop on the offensive end.
Yeah.
Like they'll be hard.
I'm gonna have to pause on that one, AK, for sure. This even that's a stress to say.
I agree.
That's a stress to say. Julius Randle's a leader on that team. I mean, we got 2 previous seasons of Buddy dropping the ball. You feel me? Especially in that playoff game. You know what I'm saying? That's that one game shit I keep telling you about, man. You can't leadership when it comes to leadership, bro. Especially with Julius Randle. I'm not trying to cover Buddy.
They have to be on and off the court as well, though.
Yeah, it does. It does. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of the criticism with Julius Randle hasn't just been his play. It's been his attitude towards the team. Not to say that
towards the fans and towards everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not like saying, oh, he had a bad attitude towards his teammates. It's more so it's just like more so, you know, a big part of it was the fans and how he was being received after he received his money, how he was playing in the playoffs. So, I mean, there's still hope for Julius Randle. But the Knicks, as far as like who's the true leader of that team, I think as of right now, I think we've yet to see that. I think that's another key thing for the Knicks that they're missing in order for them to potentially move forward as a contending franchise.
Yeah.
It's going to be RJ Barrett, though. I'll tell you that right now. It's RJ's team. It's RJ's team right now, and the leader is
I don't know about his team scoring 11 points.
You gotta any
that's just one
superstar,
game,
even
man.
if you
I feel like they just gave Jalen Brunson the keys. Like, here, take the team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't like what certain teams do. Like, when they don't know their identity, you have a budding star in the RJ Barrett. You just bring a Jalen Brunson in and just let him do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, it's just crazy. Makes no sense. Like, it literally makes no sense. Like, the Knicks are awful. That's another. The Knicks are the Lakers East.
Wow. That's crazy.
I would even say that. Bro.
Nah, Knicks are better than the Lakers right now.
That's true.
That's disrespectful to the Knicks, bro.
I wouldn't even say the Knicks are better. The Knicks are better than the Lakers.
Yes.
Nah,
I can't do that.
Nah, bro, I can't do that.
Yeah,
Nah,
The
bro,
Lakers have no shooting, man. At least the Knicks have some shooting.
Bro, I don't give a damn if they don't have no shooting. I don't give a damn. What does that mean?
Pat.
The Kings had shooters too, bro. Look, just because they had shooters doesn't make them necessarily a better
All
team,
I'm gonna
bro.
say is that if the Knicks make it to the playoffs and the Lakers don't, like this take right here is just gonna look bad on your part. That's all I'm just saying. Like,
No, I get it, but I'm telling you, they not making the playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
Like the Knicks are not making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be a play-in team. I think they'll be in the run. I think they'll come this close to being a playoff team. But come on, bro, I'm going up history here. I got shit. You feel me?
The
Like
East is too stacked for the Knicks to be in it, but I'm telling you right now, the Knicks are better than the Lakers, and that is something that I'm confident in.
No.
No, let's have this argument. Let's have this argument. Let's go. Let's
know,
go what the
man.
Knicks can
I
do
don't
and what the
know.
Lakers can do.
know.
No,
I think I can agree with that
no,
one.
bro. No,
RJ Barrett shot 40% from 3 last season. Jalen Brunson's a good shooter. Like, you know, look.
Okay.
The Knicks, they got 3 guys. Now, while everybody else in the league's got a big 3, the Knicks got a mid 3. You know what I'm saying? RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson, and Julius Randle. That's a mid 3. That's ass. But what I'm telling you is that the fit is a lot better than the Lakers, man. Yo, Pat.
I'm glad you said that.
The Knicks gonna win more games. The Knicks gonna win more games.
That big three.
Huh?
When he said that big 3, I wasn't really feeling that big 3.
Nah. You
That's
know,
the
but
mid three,
tripping
the
on
mid
here,
three.
bro.
He does have a point, though.
Bro, no, he doesn't, bro. He hasn't no fucking point. let me check this real quick, bro. First off, you mentioned Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett. Those players aren't even in the same caliber as LeBron James and Anthony Davis, bro. They can't even sniff the tier that they're in.
Yeah, not even in the stratosphere. They're nowhere in the
Bro,
stratosphere.
not even in the same conversation with those dudes. They're not even in the same conversation as Russell Westbrook right now. Besides what we've seen from Jalen. No, I know about it. Besides from what we've seen from Jalen Brunson in the playoffs. Besides what we've seen from Jalen Brunson in the playoffs. What could you say puts him over Russell Westbrook? Besides all the fucking controversy that he's had last year. Nothing.
We had a nice little stint. It wasn't even a really playoff run. Like, you know what I mean? It was only they only made it to the Western Conference Finals. Like, so
exactly,
it's not like,
bro. And come on, bro. You brought up Jalen Brunson, bro. Like, don't get like I like him. He's a good player. But I gave you two dominant wing players and a big man. Right? Remember, basketball is a big man's game, bro. And you have two dominant players, two all-stars, two superstars. You know what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong. I'm not disagreeing completely with the aspect from what you said. The Knicks could have a better record than the Lakers. I think that's harder to make. Even though I said the Lakers are a better team, but given the conference, I mean, I'm pretty confident the Knicks aren't going to make the playoffs, and I feel the same way about the Lakers. But to say that the Knicks are better than the Lakers, bro, I haven't seen that in my lifetime, bro. I'm sorry to say that.
They gonna have a better record though.
So where they gonna finish at? So you think they're gonna have a better record? Where they gonna finish?
The East is stacked though. The East is stacked.
You saying they stacked, but give me a finish, bro. Give me a finish. Give me a seeding.
They gonna have more wins than the Lakers.
Nah, give me a seeding, bro.
Okay, you want a seeding?
Yeah, give me a seeding. So you think so you say the Lakers? Do you think the Knicks are gonna make the playoffs?
No. I didn't say.
Okay, so you already got them 9th and low, right? So you're saying
I'm gonna say 10 or 11. I didn't even see them 9th. I'm gonna say 10 or 11.
You're gonna say 10 or 11. So you're saying the Lakers are gonna be 10? They're gonna be lower than that? Come on, bro. Come on, dog. Let's be honest here.
Hey, bro.
Let's be honest.
Hey, bro. All I know is this Lakers. The Laker team this year is worse than the Laker team last year.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
They lost Malik Monk.
But they got Kendrick Nunn. They got shit.
They still have Austin Reeves. They have some defense on the perimeter with Patrick Beverley, so we're gonna see. I'm not crazy on his offense. You know, like I don't think
losing Malik Monk and losing Melo was definitely a big fucking L for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's tough. But
those are shooters, Malik Monk and Melo.
Yeah, and that's what we need. Like we
who's your who's your best shooter? Who's the Lakers' best shooter?
Pat Bev.
Holy fuck.
But you said they had shooters last year. How did that work? You said they had shooters last year, but they still needed shooters last year.
No, last year they needed defenders. And
they still couldn't shoot though last year though.
They didn't have a problem scoring last year. They didn't have a problem scoring last year. They were still one of the top scoring teams in the league. Like they weren't like they didn't have a problem scoring. They just couldn't defend anybody. They couldn't stop anybody. Like the pick and roll defense was terrible. Like we couldn't stop a pick and roll to save our life. It was the defense last year, I think.
Let me see. I need to see where they rank in threes because I know they didn't shoot well from threes.
I mean, maybe see you're thinking just threes, okay? So yeah, if you're thinking threes, they'll probably be middle of the pack, bottom half of the league. I'm talking about just points per game, like as far as like offense. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. So what do you think? You think this team is better this year than last year, or
me? Do I think they're better than last year? I think they're the same fucking team. only difference is though, the difference between this year and last year that we've yet to see is whether these players are going to be able to play together for the majority of the season. That will be the real difference maker. You get what I'm saying? Like those key games during the last year, during the second half of the season. Remember LeBron? Yeah, LeBron James was hurt for a good portion of it. Anthony Davis was out for a good portion. So that right there is going to be the true analysis.
So if that's the case, so far it's not a good start because now we got players like this is just a bad omen. We already got players hurt, so that's already a bad. That's going to make LeBron have to overwork, AD have to overwork, and possibly get injured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So far, no good.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so let's switch to another game. And then I got one more segment that I want to get out of here before we do. So last game, right, is the Pelicans versus the Nets. Pelicans blew out the Nets 130 to 108. At one point in the game, they were up by 30 in that game, right? Zion Williamson was back for the first time since the season before. Came out and balled like the way he usually does, playing 30 minutes for 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists, 50% field goal, and 1 from 3. Made 1 3 out of 3 attempts. And then Brandon Ingram played phenomenal also, had 28 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, went 10 for 17 from the floor, shooting 50% from 3. And also CJ McCollum had a good game. And Valanciunas, CJ McCollum, who played point guard, had 21 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Valanciunas had 15 points and 13 rebounds. And then from the Nets standpoint, Kevin Durant had 32 points in 31 minutes, only had 3 rebounds and 2 assists, making 11 field goals off of 21 attempts and making 40% of his threes. Kyrie Irving didn't particularly have a great game, only having 15 points, shooting 6 for 19, going 0 for 6. And Ben Simmons back, finally making his debut with the Brooklyn Nets, only having 4 points in 23 minutes, 5 rebounds and 5 assists, only making two shots out of 3 attempts, and making no field goals, 0 for 2, and shooting
no field goals. He can't get one.
No free throws. Sorry, no free throws.
I was about to say, damn. I was about to say, shit. How the hell did he get those 4 points?
So, well, you guys can talk about it. Start it off. What's your take from that game?
The Nets look worse than the fucking Lakers right now.
Nah.
Yo, they're getting fucking cooked. Like, it's like, I don't know. Like, the Nets look bad, bro. Like, they look bad, bro. They have no defense.
Yeah. The team's not producing. Kyrie is selling. It's only KD carrying the whole team on his back, like per usual.
Yeah, like Ben Simmons is selling for sure. If Kyrie's selling, then Ben Simmons is fucking selling, bro. Hands down. And I feel like they need a new coach. Like they need I feel like they're one coach away from finding like the right thing. Like Ben Simmons, they need to like stop running Ben Simmons as the point. Like put him in the post or the paint.
Yeah.
Like you do like a big man or something. Because I don't know. I don't understand, bro. Like Ben Simmons is supposed to be this big defensive guy. Like I just don't see it right now. I don't know. The Nets look bad to me, bro. I don't feel like that big 3 fits either.
Hey man,
I thought it would, but I don't think it would.
I got 2 points. The first point is Ben Simmons selling more than my boy Ramon down the street, and his ass works at a convenience store, so you know his ass selling a lot of shit. Second point, fucking the Pelicans. You guys can stay sleeping on them, but they are coming, man. They are coming. They're the second best team in the West, in my opinion, right now, man. I have Clippers 1, Pelicans 2. I've been saying this before the season started.
Oh shit!
Yo, you guys can stay sleeping, but eventually they're gonna wake you up. So it's just you guys just gotta decide when you want to be woken up.
For sure, I think they're definitely a playoff team. Definitely, maybe lower half of the ladder, like probably like 6. Like
hell no.
8, but they're definitely a lock for the playoff for sure. But I don't know about the top 2 seeds. I don't know because so they're better than the Nuggets.
Yes,
they're better than the Warriors.
In terms of record, probably yeah.
Ooh.
And even in terms of skill, they're the second best team. Yeah, if you're gonna rank the teams, playoff performers, it's Clippers 1, Pelicans 2.
But how? When they didn't even make it far in the playoffs.
I'll tell you how. We look at Jokic, right?
Yeah.
If Zion puts his shoulder into Jokic, Jokic is no longer Jokic. Matter of fact, I don't know who that guy is.
He might just turn to Luka.
Yeah.
Yo, that guy's flying, bro. Zion is.
Fam, you're bringing so much fight to Zion. Zion wasn't even the best player on the team.
Zion's gonna be the face of
Ingram. Ingram went off.
Bro, if CJ McCollum's your third option on a team, that's a scary ass team. That's all I gotta say, man.
No, they have a great They have a great team, and then they have a real big man like Valanciunas can get the job done. Like he'll do his job. You got Zion, that free space for Zion doing whatever the fuck he wants to anybody down there. And then like Jonas could still stretch the floor. He could shoot threes too. Like they got a good team, bro. Like Ingram is like Durant 2.0. And you have CJ McCollum, like you said, at a point guard. Like this shit is crazy, bro. They got a good team. They just don't have a good bench.
No,
They don't have a
sure.
Who's the bench, matter of fact? What does their bench look like?
Let me see. Let me look at it right now.
They got role players, but like it's not bad.
They have Larry Nance,
I know they
Alvarado,
Alvarado, he's okay.
Yeah, Devontae Graham. So it's decent. It's not crazy, but it's decent. Yeah, it's decent. It's a young core.
Who's their backup big? Do they have who's their or like a wing?
Oh, they have that one guy, Herbert Jones. He's like 6'10". He actually blocked KD's shot yesterday.
Oh, and they got Jackson Hayes too. Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, they got guys.
Jackson Hayes. Remember, they got like 10. What they had? How many guys? I think like 5 or 6 guys scored double digits that game. So,
Jackson Hayes wasn't playing, but yeah, it was Valanciunas, McCollum, Williamson, Ingram, and Murphy.
And Jackson Hayes is at least a good 12 and 5 guy off the bench for sure.
But he's hurt. He didn't play. He had a
no, he's
ACL tear.
He's nice.
Yeah. So what I took from this game, I mean, it was definitely not something like, the Nets should be looking at it and be like, okay, like this is something to be great about, or it wasn't no sort of moral victory whatsoever. They look terrible.
They got the ass.
But to say they look just as bad as the Lakers, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think Kyrie Irving.
I mean, that game, they both looked bad.
Yeah. They both looked horrible. They looked horrible as shit. But Kyrie Irving didn't shoot particularly well. It seemed like Kevin Durant, was being Kevin Durant. He was carrying most of the load, and Ben Simmons wasn't really getting into motion or getting into stride either. So I'm going to put this out right now. I do agree with Rick. I mean, I've said it before that Steve Nash shouldn't have been the head coach for this team to begin with, right? They should have been fired Steve Nash. I firmly believe that Steve Nash shouldn't be the head coach for a team that has Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant. I just don't see it working out. He's too nice.
Doesn't matter. That nigga should be coach. Development coach.
Too nice.
Yeah, he's too much of a nice guy. He's a guy that you just had in the locker room with the guys, shooting around, practicing, running plays, running sets. He should not be no coach, and he has no type of he just doesn't have it, and he doesn't make any adjustments. He's not a real NBA coach, and for him to be a point guard, he should know exactly what to do. But I don't know.
And then even looking at their roster too, you made a very valid point. There's Claxton as your starting 5. I was never convinced on Claxton to be your starting 5 center in a league where you're gonna have to be playing against guys like Giannis and Embiid, Jokic. You get what I'm saying? Even to an extent,
Durant at 5 and just making them unguardable. They could put Durant at 5, put Ben Simmons at the 4. You know what I mean? Start do something like that. Some type of crazy small ball lineup where they'll be literally impossible to guard with Kevin Durant at the 5.
You know what I mean? And then and I agree. They have their defense is really limited. They have no defense. Yeah. But speaking from the perspective of the New Orleans Pelicans, I think the matchup was just I think it was just a bad matchup in general for the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, Zion Williamson, you had Ben Simmons guarding up Zion Williamson. So for Ben Simmons, who hasn't played in such a long time, to be guarding somebody like Zion, somebody who's just his physical, probably the most physical player in the league right now, and he's gonna get to his shot. Brandon Ingram from the perimeter. With his height and length and his scoring ability, he was definitely able to capitalize on some opportunities yesterday. And I think, that game yesterday showcased that the Nets have some defensive improvements. They definitely need to get more physical on the defensive end of the ball, because if you're playing somebody like Zion or any physical team, you're going to have to up that up, especially in a playoff environment. Because the last time we've seen the Brooklyn Nets be in a physical matchup with the team, it was against the Boston Celtics, and we already know how that one turned out.
Yeah, for sure, man. Basically, to put it nicely, man, Nicholas Claxton, doesn't have his wallet's not full enough. You know,
Uh,
you look at Jokic, you look at fucking Valanciunas. You know, they got a fat wallet, man. You know, this guy Claxton, he's skinny as hell, dog. Skinny as hell.
no, I got you.
Yeah, man. But here, let me tell you something about the Nets, though, man. Kyrie, KD, Joe Harris, who wasn't even playing, Patty Mills, who was playing, but they had another guy out. They had another shooter out. Seth Curry.
You said Curry?
Yes.
Yeah,
Seth Curry. They're missing Joe Harris and Seth Curry. You know, Nets didn't even shoot it well. Offensively, the Nets are just gonna outscore people most of the time. You know, the defense. You know, the Nets offense is their defense. You know, they just outscore you, and you can't catch up.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about them.
No, you're right. You're definitely right on that. All right, so let's come to a vote. Right, so I got two things we could do before we head out of here. So one, we can watch LeBron's top 20 plays throughout his career.
It's too long.
Oh hell no!
Huh?
It's too long.
It's too long.
Yeah, because it was like live. It's like live. So it was like a whole show kind of thing, with like commentary and Nick Young and Chad Fries, the host, all type of shit.
Okay. All right, so let's
do
this.
We might have to make a whole video on that.
All right. So let's do this. Let's do buying or selling, opening week rumors and buzz. So we're just gonna go from each each line.
Oh, the event is over.
We're just gonna
over. So we could. Oh no, the event is over. I think. Hold on. Can you pull it up?
What?
Because it says the event is over. It's like it's not letting me even. Where the camera at?
What event?
The event is over. Like the LeBron 20 greatest players.
Oh, nah. We just gonna do that another time though.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that another time. Just remind me. Actually, put it in the Discord. Send it to Discord. All right. So let me pull this up real quick. Get out of here. All right. So can y'all see it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, indeed. Bleacher Report, right? Top 10 storylines of the 2022-2023 season. All right, bet. All right. So, first story is Victor Wembanyama. Prior to the 2-game slate against the G League Ignite in Las Vegas, much of the hype surrounding Victor Wembanyama has felt theoretical. Y'all probably knew that he was 6'7" or 7'4". Sorry, you probably heard that he doesn't move like a player a player his size typically does. You may have seen some low quality game footage of him against what seemed like inferior competition, worried about how his body will hold up in the NBA. Any and all lingering doubts were, at the very least, addressed in those 2 games in Vegas. In his first exhibition game against the Ignite, a team that includes NBA veterans and fellow 2023 prospect Scott Henderson, Wembanyama went for 37 points, 7 threes, and 5 blocks. So, more of the story is: are we buying or selling the Victor Wembanyama hype?
I'm buying.
Yeah, I'm buying.
Yeah, buying. 7'4". He's got a 3. Yeah, what's not to love?
What's not to buy? Yeah, unless he ends up with Chris Porzingis.
Nah, for real. Yeah, I'm buying too. I think from what we've seen, I've never seen a player like Victor Wembanyama ever. Like with that, his play style and the way he affects the game and his spacing and the way he scores. You know, he's a phenomenal player. I'll just leave it at that. So next, Nets House of Cards. The best possible version of the Brooklyn Nets can win 60-plus win regular season games and a championship in June. This roster has that much talent. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are still amongst the game's best offensive players. Both will probably average around 25 points and 5 assists. Ben Simmons may be the perfectly tailored point forward to play with them. He won't demand a ton of shots, and his point of attack defense gives Brooklyn a dimension it never had in 2021 to 2022. Surround those 3 with shooting from from some combination of Seth Curry, Joe Harris, Patty Mills, and Royce O'Neal, and it's easy to imagine the Nets annihilating the opponents when they get hot. I'm not going to finish that, but buy or sell? Are the Brooklyn Nets going to have a 60-plus win season?
Nah. So.
Hell no. Selling.
I'm buying that. What the fuck?
Sell.
Fam.
Nah,
The
I'm
fam.
selling, bro.
Seth Curry. Oh, you guys are tripping. But Seth Curry and Joe Harris weren't even playing.
Mm.
I'm telling you, offensively, offensively, they're the best team in the NBA. Offensively.
Hey, bro, I honestly, we're not disagreeing with that. I think that's a very valid argument. You know what I'm saying? I think they can definitely win. You know, they definitely are one of the best, if not the best offensive team. Yeah, we've still yet to see that though, because remember, last time they were one of the best offensive teams in the league at their peak was with James Harden, I may say, and also 60-plus wins. I just don't see that happening, bro. You get what I'm saying? You gotta. I'm putting into effect injuries. I'm putting into effect the longevity of the season. I can see them. If you say 50 wins, if you say 50 wins or close to 60, I'll definitely be in that bunch. Maybe 55, 54, 57 within that bunch. But I don't see no 60-plus win season, bro. I'm sorry. It's gonna be close. I can see them going farther in the playoffs, but as far as the season goes, I can see. Remember, and especially with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, they're gonna sit those guys out in some games, man. They're not gonna stick the whole season, bro. Right. So next one now is the MVP race. So multiple MVP caliber players competing in the same season suddenly feels like the norm in the NBA. And plenty of the previous seasons, what Giannis Antetokounmpo and Joel Embiid did in each of the last two campaigns would have earned the award. They just happened to go against two of the greatest individual seasons in league history. In 2021, 2022, Nikola Jokic averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists, while setting the single season record for box plus minus, a popular, easily searchable catch-all metric. This year before, he had what was then the third best BPM ever. All three of those big men figured to be in the MVP race again, and none of them are even the betting favorite. On FanDuel, Luka Doncic has the shortest odds, and without last season's secondary playmaker Jalen Brunson, it's hard to imagine Luka Doncic nudging his averages from his last three seasons: 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. All of the above are likely to be joined by one or two surprising in-trades to this fray, and we, the fans, get the privilege of watching the battle play out all season. So, buy or sell? Does Luka Doncic win MVP this year?
Bro, I'm selling. The Lakers just had Westbrook guarding Zubac off the fucking post, bro. They had Zubac posting up Westbrook, bro. I'm out.
This guy.
Oh, he really left?
Yeah, he really left. That question was so crazy. I'm selling, man. Luka, it's not Luka's time just yet.
Oh wait, the question is Luka? I thought the question is whether, the three of them are going to be in the MVP race again.
Yeah, they're going to be in the MVP race.
I'm buying that. I'm buying that, man. I'm buying that.
Yeah, I was talking about Luka though.
Oh, Luka? No, then I'm selling.
You're selling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what though? I'm a buy it though. I mean, I'm not knocking Embiid. I think Embiid definitely. I think he has a better chance to win it. But if I'm going off the odds, I think especially given the fact that now Jalen Brunson has left the team, so I can see it being a little bit more. They're gonna even cater even more to Luka Doncic's game, especially in the regular season. Playoffs is definitely gonna be a different story because you're gonna have to adjust when playoff time comes. But yeah, I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna give it a buy. I think Luka can definitely win MVP. So let's make this the last one. So the Russell Westbrook trade or lack thereof. So the Lakers are one of the most recognizable sports franchises in the world. With LeBron James on the team, they're led by one of the most recognizable sports stars in the world. Oh, did I just see that over? Even when they're bad, as they were last year, they got a ton of attention. And if the wonky fit between LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook remains in place through the 2022 to 2023 season, there's a good chance they'll be bad again. So it probably came as no surprise that Russell Westbrook's name floated in and around the trade rumor mill all summer. And after a couple grimace-inducing videos from the preseason, it's hard to imagine he'll get out of that trade till he'll get out of there till he's traded. So, buy or sell? Does Russell Westbrook get traded this year?
I'm gonna say buy.
I think so. They'll keep him.
It's hard to say though. Ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm gonna say buy. My theory is that Westbrook has a redemption season. He's gonna play a lot better than he did last year for the Lakers. His value is gonna go up, and the team's gonna want him. The Pacers gonna want him.
They can get
I got
none
you.
for Westbrook, so there's nothing they can literally trade him for.
No, I got you. I hear you. Hey, Zach, man, you came on here pretty late, bro. I'm about to go watch the basketball games and some football. Ricky just left. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up here in a bit. Yeah, let me see. Can you hear me? Oh, because they chose to mute themselves. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, but I'm gonna do another video. Oh, let me see. There's comments. Oh, no worries. Like my new. I got you, Kazo. I'm gonna like the new reel. Just stay tuned for the next video. Like I said, keep staying on that Discord because whenever I go live now, before on, I'm gonna give you guys time in advance in the Discord so you guys can prep out if you guys want to join the session. So from here on out, and hey, you know what? Let's just get your opinion. Since you're last, we could just get your opinion before we head out of here. Buy or sell? Does Russell Westbrook get traded this year?
I'm gonna go with a buy as long as once he starts to pick it up and starts the production kind of stays a good consistent. I think they do something drastic, get rid of him, switch the team up because if it looks anything like it did the first game, it's just gonna be the three of them doing something and the rest of the team doing not enough to help. So I buy it for sure.
Okay. All right. Another one. Does Luka Doncic win MVP this year? Buy or sell?
I buy it. I think he's definitely going for it, and I can definitely see him doing it, especially because we had Jokic already win 2 these past seasons, and we know how that goes with MVP. Eventually, the media gets bored of the same person winning, so I think Luka can go for it. Especially, they might spin it of he's the new face of the league. That's where the future of the league's going. So I go for it. Buy it.
Okay. Another one. Brooklyn Nets. Do they win 60+ win games this year? Buy or sell?
Nah, I'm going to have to sell on that because I don't know what it is with that team. Like, Kyrie and KD are good, but their team as a whole, like, the chemistry is just, it's not there. Every time I watch them, it's just something, for whatever reason, they just can't click. I don't know if it's the chemistry, the coach, whatever the case may be, but as a team, they just don't play well.
Okay. Last one. Victor Wembanyama. Buying or selling? You convinced on the prospect?
I'm gonna say sell.
Wow.
Like I'm definitely like I like obviously the prospect of it, like the whole unicorn, the whole alien, whatever the hell they want to call him now. But one, he's got to stay healthy. We already know people at that height always get hurt a lot more, tend to stay injured. We gotta see a little bit more. I personally just need to see a little bit more.
Got you. All right, man. So this concludes another episode of Cash Sports, right? Shame on Bright Future, on Zach for coming in so late. So you had a chance to, to chime in on our NBA debates for today. But we still appreciate anybody joining the platform. So for anybody tuning in, or if you're watching this later on, please like and subscribe to Cash Sports. I would graciously appreciate it, and hit that notification button. So if you guys want to see future live streams in the future, right? I know you guys also see that Cash Sports at the bottom. So if you guys humbly donate any proceeds that I receive from the platform, will definitely be put back into the platform, right? So that's all I have to say. Do you guys want to make any promotions? You guys want to say anything off your chest before you head out of here? No.
Lakers are gonna win it all.
I hear you.
Yo, something I just wanted to say. So this is James Harden's second game of the season, scoring over 30 points, and there's only been 2 games of the season. So I just want to let you know specifically, Pat and Ardo, he's gonna make you regret what you said, man. He's gonna make you regret all of it. And I'll be here watching with a smile on my face.
Hey, bro, I'm not convinced of an 82 game season. A guy scores 30 in 2 games, bro. I got remember, and not to say we've seen James Harden do some things. Remember, this is not what we measure in James Harden. I don't care about the regular. I'm being honest. I don't care about the regular season with James Harden. You can have the 30 point. I want to see James Harden do that in the playoffs, bro. Give me 35 in Game 6. Give me 35 in Game 7, right? That's the story we want to talk about. Not 35 in Game 1 of the season, bro. Come on, man. We've been here before. We ain't rookies. All right, man. So thank you all again thank you all for tuning into my live stream. Thank you once again. Hopefully I can say your name right. Pew 226. You came in pretty late, but thank you. I appreciate you tuning in. He says James Harden is popping off for these 2 games. Yes, he has. I'm not gonna knock that, but I did say I don't care about the regular season when it comes to James Harden.
The credit.
The only thing that matters.
A lot of people.
Only thing that matters is the playoffs, man. Only thing that matters with me in the playoffs when it comes to James Harden, because we've already seen James Harden do his thing, right? But I don't want to keep taking any more time. Thank you all again for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for tuning into Cash Sports, and have a wonderful time and a good afternoon.